Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, my friends. This is, of course, the one and the only MRC show that never ends. Welcome down under to a very wet down under here in Albert Park, Australia, for Tier 1 action. If you haven't seen the Tier 2 race already, well, you really should, because it was an absolute dingo. It was fantastic racing with that, and I'm not going to do anything Australian again for the rest of this stream, I promise. So before we get into this very wet qualifying session, which is throwing the cat amongst the pigeons, it is the man alongside me. He is, well, soon to be Tier 1, because he is leading the way in Tier 2 with another commanding podium this evening. James, Mr. Polsky, how are you, sir?
G'day, mates.
I said I wouldn't do it. I didn't say anything about you, so fair enough.
I'll take over duties on that one.
Absolutely. Yeah, how are you doing, mate? Good race. Well done.
Good, yeah. Sweaty. Like I said, I think I might have drew blood at some point during that last race, but yeah, looking forward to this one. I love this track, and we were just talking about maybe we'll get a bit of rain here, so
I know, I can't believe that.
I'm up for this. Yeah.
I hope they get a bit of rain. Just out of spite, I wanted the Tier 1 boys to get rain. Didn't expect it to happen this early, mind.
Yeah,
it's going to be difficult, isn't it? I mean,
it's not full-on rain, is it? It's a bit.
Yeah, it's inters.
It's definitely inters. So
yeah, I've got the inters on, so it's a lot of drivers use quite a low downforce setting for this track, don't they? And because there's such the long straights and they kind of hold on for the last sector and sort of the part of sort of the end of the first sector. The middle side, but this is going to be tough now.
Compromise time, isn't it? Potentially. How much?
Sorry.
What we got?
I'm just watching Ugoni drifting like there is no tomorrow round the final corner to start his first flying lap. Oh, he's wow, he's absolutely on ice.
Can't tell if he touched the wall there or not.
Yeah, he did. The back tyre did clip the wall.
Lock. Ooh.
It's easy to do around here, especially with this, like I said, the low drag, the low downforce that they're running. He's just holding on. It's going to be interesting to see then who potentially uses a higher downforce just to combat a little bit, and potentially even compromise their race a little.
Yeah, it depends what looking at Ugoni going around the first sector there, you would think that they've got a hint of a dry race because, back end's definitely doing kind of whatever it wants at the minute.
Yeah, that is a very good point, actually. Yeah, it is a little, isn't it? He seems to be really fighting the car. Look at the drift through turn 12.
For a swim.
Wow. Yeah, he did end up in the lake, didn't he?
To be fair, he's probably going to do a couple of benchmark laps and just get up to temperature with the track.
That's it, yeah. I mean, with this, Baby Hornets had to leave. He did mention that, actually, so best of luck to Simon and to his brother as well, actually, this evening. Hopefully they will watch this back, so best of luck to them. Just some family business, so best of luck. Hopefully it all
just
goes
looking
well.
We've got Lopey in here. He's not normally Tier 1, is he?
No, he's not. No, Tier 2 driver, but nice to see him reserving this evening.
Nice.
Airways as well. Lovely to see Sociopath back. As well with us. Interestingly, Willow is back with us. He's had a few weeks off in the Mercedes, so great to have him. Wayne as well.
Interested to see what he's going to be like in the wet, actually, because I remember, I think it was Willow, wasn't it, on Texas?
Possibly, I missed Texas. I was away from that one.
I think it was Willow, and he was just so insanely quick and really aggressive on the steering angle. So I wonder how that will translate to the wet. So I'll be interested to see his lap when he eventually emerges.
Yeah, it will. So come on, everybody, do get involved in the YouTube chat. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up like button. And do get involved. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the track, on the racing as well. 27s, I mean, we're not going to get close to what we had last time we raced here last season. Which was a 1:14.9, so I don't think we're going to see that one this time, unless it suddenly dries.
It
but
looks like it's drying up already, and you know what it's like in Australia. It can be, we might have sunglasses on next, so we'll see what happens with the weather. We've got 1:27 so far. Ugoni was quite a bit ahead of anyone who's set so far.
Yeah, he's done the extra lap, hasn't he? So yeah, as you say, and you're right with that. You get a few laps on these mediums, just bed them in a little bit, don't you? You get to feel what you can do and where the grip is.
Yeah, luckily as well with the tyre wear, you don't really lose anything, even if you come back in pretty much okay, just leave them with the same tyres on. So yeah, it can be better just to stay out there.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, just get about 5-6 laps through and, like I said, bed them in, and then maybe set another.
Does Ugoni know it's
setup.
wet?
I don't.
He's
really...
just done the exact same line through, and obviously he's a second quicker than what we've got so far, basically. But it seems like he doesn't know it's wet yet. He's just flying through turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, some of these drivers, you know yourself how skillful they are and where they can pull the lap time from. It's incredible, really, isn't it?
So, have we got anyone starting? We've got
one of the Salvers is starting. I think that might be Chris having another lap. He's there in 6th on the 29 too. Very close, to be fair. Third, there's only 4 tenths between 3rd and 6th. So I think we're going to see the lap times tumble throughout this session as we get drivers.
Got Jay Sarge definitely on a push here, coming up to turn 9. So it might be worth just tuning in with him to the end.
Yeah, keep an eye on him. We're just watching Saviour coming
nice
through the final
so
sector.
Far.
See if we come into the final 2 corners. See what the German can do. Sliding the rear, wow, fighting the car through the final corner. He can easily do that in the dry, in fairness. But this is going to be a good lap time, I think, from Saviour. Yep, 28.0, pops it up into 2nd. So a good opening time from him. Let's have a look at the other Sauber. This is Ant.
Notice Ben hasn't left the garage either yet, so we've got Willow and Ben chilling on it for now.
Yeah, they kind of like to do that though, don't they?
Just turn up at the end.
Yeah, and then just blow everything away, don't they, really? Ant very wide.
Jay Sarge just put it on 2nd there on that lap, actually.
Ooh,
so yeah,
he's dialed in. Definitely.
Yeah. He's ahead of Saviour and Drag King there. We've got Freddie Olsen as well just through. It's on 3rd.
I think Ant has sort of bailed on this lap, so we'll leave him be for
Rassam,
now.
8 tenths up, coming into sector 3, turn 11.
Oh, he's got the new livery. I forgot to just release that. There is the brand new Williams livery.
The
which
helmet
is like
with that, the combo with the helmet, wowzers.
Yeah. And Wayne, 26.8, what a lap that is. But I'm sorry, but Rassam's, we don't do livery of the day now, but we used to do kind of helmet design. That's stunning. That is absolutely good. Wow, Bobo, 26s now. We've got Rassam, yeah, great improvement from Rassam. So, as you said, bedding the tyres in, he's 1.5 seconds quicker on this lap. So, I think we'll see 25s, I think, without too much problem. 26.4. So, yeah, these lap times, I think we'll be in the 25s before long.
I think Saviour's just starting a lap, going through turn 2 now. He's definitely on it because he... don't know, he's not boosting actually, so...
I'm just going to watch Mr. Bailey. See how he's getting on. He was just under half a second up through the 2nd sector. So see him in the 28th with an improvement. But what's he got now on the push towards the line? Looks very nice and composed and nice and neat. Running towards the line using the last bit of his battery. It is a 28.0, so over a 2nd improvement again.
The car seemed a bit boaty going through that last little section there, so I don't know whether maybe it's a differential thing, but it was gripping up nicely, but there was something, it was just kind of floating aquaplaning on the surface from what I could see there.
Interesting. Actually, that was interesting. I was just watching Saviour. I thought he was on a lap, but he was giving his teammate a really good tow as well, down towards turn 11 and 12. So let's have a look, see what Nick can do with that. He did set a purple middle sector, so that'll be for those around him. Let's see.
Has he gone off?
Wide,
still okay.
Yeah, backed off enough, so it didn't invalidate his lap time. He's got plenty of battery left. So
drift, wowzer. Oh.
Yeah, even had it on a hot lap for the battery. That's scary. That's very scary, but it's going to be a good improvement. Wow. 2-second improvement from Nick.
Yeah, if you can deal with the hot lap under your right foot, it can help in the rings. It's so hard to deplete the battery sometimes on wet laps, isn't it? So if you can, can get that.
Okay, I've never actually tried that. I'll be perfectly honest. You know something I definitely
Sometimes
don't.
it works, and sometimes it's suicide. Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah, I'm definitely going on the suicide for me. For
Uh,
me, at my level. Let's have a look
we've
at
still got Ben and Willow in the pits, so
Interesting.
unless they're expecting it to dry up a lot, you'd think they'd want to get at least. Oh no,
But
I think they're going to do last to first, aren't they?
I think they might do as well. I know Bit doesn't usually qualify when it comes to Tier 1 as well, and good improvement as well. He's now at 27.5 as well, so getting very congested there from fourth down.
Al Wayne doing well as well. He's kind of punching above his weight there, being that he's just literally raced in our Tier 2 race.
He has.
He's top. Whoa,
Wow.
okay.
Okay,
Pole again.
yeah. Alrighty, that'll do. Calvin, good evening, GTS. Have you got GTS, by the way, James? And if you do, can you send him an invite? He couldn't get back in.
I'll try and find out with me.
And hopefully we'll get you back in.
There we are, sent.
List up. So yeah, this is one of those tracks. As we say, you like it. You are a fan of this circuit. It's it's a lot more technical than you think, isn't it? The lines through here, some of the corners are kind of faster than you think.
Yeah, because it's one of the scanned tracks. I don't know whether it's because it's scanned, but you just get the sensation of speed differently to any of the other tracks I find. Like, I know obviously Baku's a street track and Vegas is a street track and etc. But this, you literally, you can feel the walls around you, the cages. It's such I think it's the best replica of any track in the game, really. So yeah. I like driving this one.
That's a very good point, actually. I completely forgot. Yeah, it is one of those LiDAR scanned tracks. Yeah, you're right. I totally forgot about that. Because there was 5,
they just have a different feel.
Yeah. It is amazing how, it is a street track, as we all know, of course. But, yeah, you're right, with how close those walls are, with that high fence, you're right, it really, really does feel a lot more enclosed than it ever used to, I think.
The braking zones, I think, are a bit more fun than a lot of the other tracks as well, because you can feel that kind of enclosed space. You feel the pressure in the braking zone not to go too deep. We've got Saviour just coming through the last 2 turns. I think he's sliding about, but it's just online the whole time, to be fair. So 1:22.
Yeah, good lap. So this track, and that's his 5th lap that he's done. A few cool downs in between to recharge, and now going again. And it's just improving all the time. This circuit. I don't think the rain's really easing, but there's that dark
dry
line is that real dry line between it. Gugoni's out in his 2nd set of tyres. So is Airways as well. He's just finished his lap and puts into 4th. So that's Nick.
If any of the
Benny's out. Ben's out on track.
Oh, okay.
Keep an eye on him on an out lap going through 11 and 12.
If any of the lower tier drivers that were just in Tier 2 are watching as well, one of the things that you can do when you're getting rid of the line, try driving in the wet, because that dry line gives you a bit of a kind of indication where it could be. So obviously it's just so hard transitioning to driving without the line, but I found driving in the wet, especially on the kind of tougher tracks like this one, it just gives you more than a hint and then gets you in the kind of flow. Yeah,
that's a good point. A very, very good point. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I think it's just, obviously the braking points are different in the wet naturally. So I mean, I think my 2nd race, I think it was, or 3rd race, while learning no ABS, was in the wet. So it really makes you think and adjust how much you hammer the brake pedal, if you like, and just gives you that bit more of a finesse and touch to the racing, whether it's the steering angles, whether it's the braking, the acceleration, all of it. Yeah, you're right. So driving in these conditions, the light intermediate conditions, can really be beneficial, can't it, for you?
Yeah, just to tell you where you need to be on track and where the line is. Obviously, it's only the AI line, but yeah, it can. If you're feeling lost on any track, just chuck it on the wet.
Yeah.
Nick BT starting the lap, being very aggressive through 1 and 2. A little bit wide through 3, but it looks quite quick so far. So at the minute he is 11th. but if he can shave a couple of tenths off, he's going to be in and amongst the top 10.
Yeah, half-second first sector, so really good opener from him. So he can take us through the lap, James. We're right on board with him.
We're coming up to, well, these count as turns, but, well, maybe there are a bit more turns, aren't they, in the wet here, whether he lifts or not. A little bit in the wet line here. We've got a car ahead, through 9 and 10. In on the brakes, nice and smooth. Bit of a cut, but he's kept the lap going. And then this is probably my favourite turn in all of F1, turn 11 here. You just screech it through there, hit your target, don't hit the red curve, just a little yellow and green. A little lift through here as well. Power slide it through. Deep on the brakes, unhook. Round we go. And then little lift, try and find the rear end. Straight line it, on the boost, and just relax.
Absolutely, one towards that. It's going to be a good lap. Look,
put it on second.
6-0 as well. I mean, he's put a 25.4 in. Well, I said 25, so I didn't expect it to be 25.4, I must be honest. That's a heck of a lap.
There's a bit of a gap again, isn't it? 6 tenths. So, did Ben set? So he's been out there a while. Don't know whether he's just kind of
ease himself in. Let's have a quick look at Ben. Yeah, he's invalidated
just
that lap.
Play around. Yeah.
At the minute, yeah. That's always scary when Ben does that. Because it's one
the thing,
of those...
especially on a track like this, the kind of last to first thing. It's not necessarily in your own hands either. There's
oh, yeah, don't want to be doing that to start a lap. That's the tyres very mucky indeed. But it'll be interesting to see if he does go for a lap now. I think we'll leave him be for
Saviour's on one, yeah. Saviour looking like he's starting one, so see if he can get 2 to 3 tenths, that's going to put him front row.
Absolutely not long left now. The session only 30 seconds, so those going to the last sector, this is their only chance they're going to have. So keep an eye, Bobo. 25 threes now from Bobo, the Tier 1 champ. As said, don't forget about me, boys. I'm still here.
Saviour is just under 2 tenths up, so if you can keep repeating that, he is going to be, well, not front row, but second row.
Danko says, is the stream lagging? I don't think it's lagging, mate. I hope not. We did have a few issues trying to get live, so hopefully it's not.
Stream's not lagging, you're just seeing slowly.
The guys are that fast, you can't keep up. That's what it is. Oh, Saviour's hanging on.
He's still on the track. I think I watched him go off, but I didn't see him come back on.
No,
he's back on track somehow.
Yeah, he's going. Wow, Wayne, 25-2. Look at the.
So I remember him saying, "Whoa,
wow.
That's just style." Oh, he's facing the wall. Celebrate with the team on the right. Nice. Yeah, just gone.
Yeah, unfortunately, he just had fun at the end of that one. I think, to be honest, Chris is done. Where's Bobo's done his lap? Ugoni now coming into the final sector. Quarter second up. This could be pole position for the Italian stallion. Another one to add. Oh, take a bit of grass on the inside there. Big drift! Oh, this is going to give me a heart attack. We haven't even got to the race yet. And he loses a lot of time through that. Now, where is Ben? He didn't set, he just pitted. He didn't actually set lap time, so he's doing laps. Last to first. And 14th, what about Sociopath? He is done as well. Chris, we know, is done. What about Nick? Cross the line. Oh, doesn't improve, so he stays fourth. So, there is qualifying, folks. It is Wayne with pole position ahead of Bobo. Ugoni in third with Nick in fourth. Sarge fifth, Friddy sixth, Saviour seventh, Chris eighth, Armour Red in ninth, GTS in 10th, Airways 11th, Sociopath 12th, with Rassam ahead of Ant. Then we have Loppy in 15th. Willow didn't set a lap time, neither did Bit. Ben, Baby Hornet unfortunately has had to leave us, and I think Lato was on a qualifying ban as well. So I think there's a few. What do you think? I think there's a few people out of position.
L. Wayne has just blown my mind. Like, it just Tier 1. Like Tier 1 frightens me. The idea of racing in Tier 1 and trying to get anywhere near that top lot, and then he's just turned up. And I remember him saying, I think it was Austria, that he likes the wet, but this is taking the mick really to put it on pole in P1. So yeah, fair dues, and he's got a vengeance after not the best race for him in Tier 2. So be interesting to see what he's able to salvage from pole here, whether we can stick it really if it's wet in the race.
It certainly is. So there is your grid. Now it's going to be interesting to see if it's going to be still a wet race. The way people were sliding, I'm kind of going to say it's not.
Yeah. Xavier a bit back as well, isn't he? Starting from 7th, I think he was. He would have been at least 4th, perhaps, if he could have kept that lap together without the too big a slide at the end. So he's potentially looking ahead of him there.
No, I agree with you on that one. I mean, 0.06 of a second is all that separates them all. And the top 2, anyway, on the top front row of the grid. A little interval now for our drivers to have a breather, change what they can in parc fermé conditions. And we're just going to wait a few seconds, and it'll give us an indication of the weather. Eventually. There it is. It is dry.
Yeah, we'll change.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone's going to be compromised at all.
Yes, if you set up for qualifying, you probably could just be a sitting duck on this track, on that kind of middle sector on the back straight. So depends what people have done with their rear wings here.
That's it, isn't it? That's it. Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one to see. Like you said, the rear wing angles. The front wing you can change, can't you? So people, I mean, do you try this? I actually don't answer if you don't want to, because I don't want to give your, as you're fighting for a championship here. But a lot of people change their front wing in qualifying.
Yeah.
Is that something that you tend to look at?
Yeah. So I tend to, when I'm doing my practice, I'll kind of repeat qualifying with different front wing angles, get a range of kind of what works, and then stick to those, because you don't want to change to a front wing angle that's going to lose you half a second.
Yeah, because it can just unbalance the rear, can't it? Sometimes if there's too much of a gap, it can compromise.
If you change the rear wing as well, that wing balance, sometimes you'll just turn in and the back's going to do its own thing, take you the wrong way, really. So I think certain tracks is not too important. This might be one of them. But again, it just depends on your whole setup as well, and the off throttle as well is another thing that can make a huge difference for quali, and you don't want to have a quali off throttle for the race.
No, very true. Yeah, it can really unsettle the car. So yeah, because I think you can't change the rear wing, can you? Once it's parc fermé, it's only the front that can be changed. So yeah, it can, obviously with the low fuel, the full grip, and then when it comes to the race, the thing is, it's just remembering to change it back again.
Yeah, I've done 2 or 3 where I've just drove around with random setups that I forgot to change, or you just forget, what the conditions are. But yeah, there's always a compromise with it. I'm wondering if we're going to get a start as exciting as what we saw on Sunday.
Because that's it, yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit different to watch on Sunday. I thought it was going to be boring, but it was quite exciting for at least the first 10 laps until the VSC. So
that's it. What did you make of these new regulations? Obviously, that's the first app we've seen. I'm sure that they've talked about it before, but we get to actually view our points. What did you think of it with the new
early, isn't
settings?
it, to kind of get too upset about it? But yeah, it's obviously a bit different. It's the whole lift and coast thing that they're saying, but it seems to me like they're not necessarily lifting and coasting, but that they're putting the battery to none, like kind of what a lot of us will be doing through the corners. So maybe, but I think they'll work on that anyway. After a few races, they'll probably have full battery power, not the whole way around the track, but it won't be the driver's problem, probably. So yeah, I think it's worth at least sort of 6, 7, 8 races before it's crisis time. But yeah, the first few laps, I couldn't believe what I was watching. I was like, is it going to be like this all the way through? But it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah,
fun for a few
did have
laps.
hope. Yeah, I had a lot of hope for that, didn't we? It was, I agree with you, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, the first bit was fantastic, but even through qualifying, I think it was Karen Russell who said that they weren't able to push even through a qualifying lap, and it takes away that qualifying is absolute.
He'll stop complaining soon.
When?
He's changed
When? When? I don't know if that will happen. But yeah, I think he was on board with Antonelli, and they're going on that run down towards turn 11, and he was 200 and something mile an hour, and just before the braking or the lift off point,
starts dropping.
Yeah, he was at like 180 something. You're like, well, he's still flat out, and I think that's, like you say, I hope that's
putting
what
the
they will
battery into
work
the other
on.
mode. Yeah, and then I think
hopefully.
probably, the efficiency will probably come, and then they won't need to actually nun the battery off so far before the corner from looking at what they were doing. But yeah, it kind of spoils the point of getting that last minute catch on the brakes and throwing the car in. But the cars they look nice, like they're nice and small, and they look slidey and nippy. Ooh, we're about to leave.
We certainly are. We're waiting for. I'm waiting for all of my. There we are. I wonder what happened there. Missed all of my information. So yeah, let's have a quick look at the tyres. Only 2 drivers starting on the hard tyres: Sociopath and Rassam in 12th and 13th. So everybody else on the mediums. Potential. You can do with a 1-stop around here. The 2-stop is also viable. About 7 seconds, as they say, race time slower. But, and you and I both suffered with this. Actually, so did my teammate.
We got. Somebody in a Haas spinning. Trying the Piastri, different wall, but.
I don't know if that was. Not sure who that might have been, if it was Nick or. It is Nick, actually, yeah, it's Nick, he's dropped back.
Yeah, pit wise, it is. For me, I wanted to do the 1-stop. There was an early VSC, I had a bit of wing damage, and I just tried to take the opportunity to get in and get it sorted, but as is the kind of hard and fast rule, as soon as you get in the pits, the VSC stops and everyone just leaves you behind. So could be again because of the walls, and it's a tight race, and we've got people doing last to first, and or at least attempting it. It's strategy could completely go out the window from what you want as soon as somebody makes a big error.
Yeah, absolutely. There was the strategies there at the bottom of the screen. If you start the hard to mediums, but medium hard works just as well. I was the same. I was crying. I was desperate to pit around, even from lap 5. I thought there's no chance these tyres will work the mediums, but they sort of did. They sort of came back in the window a little bit, and they felt all right. And I was the same. I was behind you again. But then it was where I was just into the pits. I just got through the wall of the pits, and then it went green from the VSC.
Yeah,
it was
it's
not
the rules.
nice. It was, yeah, it must be. Well, we have got the worst camera angle so far, but now it has changed to the front of the grid. So, folks, we have 29 laps of Tier 1 racing as we have 5 red lights. There's a little bit more of a hold, and now it's green. Let's go racing. Another short hold. Difficult start from Nick. Poor start from the second row of the grid. Bobo is now lost because Ugoni's going through. And we've got Wayne clear through turn 1. Sarge has had a good start. Freddie, let's have a look at those position changes, because that's what we like to look at the start. Nick, difficult start. Chris Bailey. What's happened to Chris? Don't know if he got pushed off, maybe gone wide. Turn 1. But now he's dropped down to 15th, and there's scars all over the back. I'm not sure what's happening, maybe side-by-side action. But Nick trying to fight his way back with Freddie.
Freddie's dropped 2 places. Xavier and Freddie were side-by-side up until about turn 5. So it was a tough battle there, and Freddie just came out on the wrong side of it. Yeah. Just coming up behind, is it Nick yet? On the outside. This can be a bit risky without the DRS.
I've just gone back to Chris. Sorry to interrupt you. He's having a battle with Rassam. I don't know what happened. He hasn't got any wing damage. Oh, that was very, very close indeed. I think there might have been contact. Rassam nearly goes round. don't know how close that was. I'm not sure if there was room given we didn't have the best camera angle, so we will leave judgment to if it does appear in shooting. But everyone's safe, everyone's okay to go. But Chris,
at least he's on the hard tyres, so while he is quite far back, if they bunch up, you can still pick them off if he's got the speed of the cars that were behind him. Elwayne has held the lead.
Sarge through turn 2, well, exit to turn 1, big twitch. That's going to leave him under pressure from Xavier, but DRS, there's 4 DRS zones here, but they are double DRS zones, aren't they? So you only get the 2 detection points throughout part of the lap.
Yeah, if you get the overtake done on the first the first DRS zone, you can kind of leave them in the dust then if you've got the second one. Sabre's just dropped back from Sarge there, so that was a bit of a surprise after the mistake from Sarge.
Yeah, I think Sarge might use quite a bit of his battery to get back within the DRS there, but as you can see the wing
Ugoni up alongside Elwayne.
Oh, let's have a look, and then Bobo as
just
well.
Backed out of it, thought better of it.
Yeah, but Bobo's not though. Bobo's looking menacing. Ugoni half goes defensive, it's half a move, and a little look at the inside, gets the car stopped.
Good defending there from Elwayne, just enough to keep his speed, but without leaving any room for Ugoni to go through. Yeah. Does look like he's got a bit more rear wing though, because he just doesn't seem to have that straight line speed.
That'll be interesting for the tyre wear when it comes down to that later on, won't it, as they get through the middle part to the end of the stint.
Yeah, it's one of those tracks where even if you are running a little bit higher tyre wear, like a little bit higher downforce, some tracks are just going to murder your lap times for that, but this is one where you can get away with sort of a range of setup ideas on this one, so yeah, if he can hang on, the longer he can hang on, the better chance he's going to have.
Yeah, Calvin, we can't unfortunately, mate. You'll have to speak to some of the other senior admins later on this evening when they finish racing, and we'll see what happens with that one. But yeah, so far everybody down to 16th are in DRS. But I think he's going to have a go this time round. He goes around the outside before 11. Where's the Aston? There it is. And can Bobo get through? He can't. So Bobo couldn't make it happen.
Himself now. Yeah, this is the time for Ugoni to push.
Yeah, that was key, wasn't it? Because he got that before the second DRS. So that's absolutely important. But Wayne's going to get it back now. So it's going to be, as you mentioned, I'd like to see that rear wing, see if he has got a bit more and how. If he can attack Ugoni, or is it going to be more the DRS going to be used more in defence, maybe against Bobo? Sarge,
he's bit sideways. He's facing the wall.
He's hit the wall.
That corner is
and then Sarge is out. Sarge is out, and Wayne is.
Did he get caught up in that?
I think he did, because there's no ghosting, of course, ghosting, and I think he did. I don't know if that's a full safety car.
Yeah, he's facing the other wall, so
yeah. Did I think is it a VSC or was it a full safety car? No, it is a full safety car.
Away, so Elwayne's still in the race. What we got VSC is it?
Full safety. I'm not going to say this in any negative way whatsoever, and I'm going to sort of take this with a tongue in cheek. Sarge mentioned this in GC that he would crash on lap 3. I mean, it was technically the end of lap 3. I can't believe he's actually done it. He predicted that. And he was just
corner, though, is horrendous for sending you into a wall, isn't it? Like you don't. Some of the times I've done it. I think in 2 races round here, the last 2 races in other leagues that I've done round Australia, I've hit that exact wall, and you don't get a sense of it's going to happen until you're literally facing that wall and there's bits missing.
Yeah, it just starts drifting, doesn't it? I mean, I'm surprised at this point that the rear went, especially for Wayne. I really am surprised that I thought the rear wing maybe he's just pushing that bit too hard, maybe using the overtake button a bit too soon in order to get a better exit, and he's just lost the rear. And then of course maybe he just was out of the way for Bobo, but then Sarge couldn't do anything about it, got short-sighted by it, and then reacted to it, and of course that's then caused, unfortunately, Sarge's DNF. It's going to be interesting who pits now then. Ugoni and Bobo, the leaders, are pitting. I was about to say this early.
He's promoted Xavier actually to 3rd, so he's done really well. What was it, 7th that he started?
Yes, let's have a look. But I'm just going to keep it on the looking at the tyres so far. It's interesting because this is very early. This is now probably will make this into a 2-stop race regardless of the safety car. Yeah. Nick had to stay out because his teammate pitted ahead. Freddy stayed out, GTS stayed out, Sociopath was on the hard tyres. you'd expect that, in fairness. Rassam started hard tyres. He's pitted though, but let's see if he's got another set of hards. It depends on the allocation he's chosen. But Ant stayed out, and Ben stayed out as well. That's promoted
interesting
him.
matchup there, actually, with Ben leading Ugoni and Bobo. Ben on the old mediums, and then Ugoni and Bobo on the hards directly behind. It's an interesting kind of way that could play out throughout the race.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sarge has actually probably said he did call it. Well, you did, unfortunately, mate. And to be honest, mate, I'm actually really gutted that you did call it, and I'm gutted it has happened because he's had some good races against Sarge, and he had a bad luck over the last couple of years, but he's had some really strong races and results this season, and it's great to see him back up there. Obviously, I think he's our first multi-champion I think we had in MRC. Won, I think, 3 seasons back to back to back, if I remember rightly. And he said he was flying. You really were flying as well, mate. Yeah. It's gutted, mate. And I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it was a potential podium on there, so
yeah,
he's got to be gutted with that.
It is, isn't it, Mr. Moan? Good evening. Yeah, that is hard for Jason. I feel for him, to be fair. Like I say, it's great to see him back up fighting and back up. I think, people like Sarge, who should be battling up there, and I know they've had their times, and it's great to see that he is back up fighting. That's where he belongs as well, I think. So I think this may come in at the end of this lap because everyone is close together. Wayne's now gone for the set of hard tyres, understandably, fixed his front wing, but pretty much everybody pitted, and then apart from the top 6, so it's going to be an interesting one to how they get the heat into the tyres now, I think.
The issue I've had a few times again on this track, that exact corner that caused the safety car, when the tyres are not in the window and you turn through there and you've got all the cars around you, you think you're going to get overtaken, or you're trying to do the overtake and you just forget that that's the wall that's going to get you. So yeah, got to be careful, especially those on the hards that have just swapped to them. They've not necessarily got the feel of them, and just pushing too hard around that exact last corner there, turn 14, can catch. Just because it's got one person doesn't mean that it's not going to do it again. Yeah,
I agree. It does. That's it. It's. I found out as well that it's randomly drifts through there, and I had a few drifts through turn 1 as well, and then when you were behind me, I drifted most corners because I panicked.
I did have newer tyres, so the speed was the speed differential was artificial, but yeah, I was.
Well, I mean, after a few laps,
strikingly new.
Yeah, after a few laps, my hard tyres just sort of went bye completely, and yeah, they sort of came back a little bit once I'd learned how to manage them, but by then it was far too late, and that gap I was hoping to maintain to you stopped and didn't happen.
The other thing with the setups I find on this track, we're coming in at some point here. Yeah. Just quickly, the other thing that I found with the setups on this track is that depending on the wing gap, really does affect the tyre wear. So there's some counterintuitive things that you can do with the wings that kind of help with the tyre wear on this track.
Yeah, it really does. And the left side usually take the biggest beating. Now then, when is Nick going to go? He is leading as the safety guy's in the pits, and he's gone now. Took the wider line through the final corner. Pretty little bit slow to react, but he's okay from GTS, Sociopath, and Ben. Oh, very close indeed. They can't pass him to the start-finish line, so by then, all up to speed. But I tell you what, Ant's looking menacing on the back of
really
Sociopath.
Close. I'm frightened.
They really are. Look at this. They're all nose to tail, literally, and then is Ant going to have a look into turn 3. Oh, big lock up. Sociopath's still there on the outside. He's got the hard tyres and sweeps from the
Ben's
outside.
Out.
Look at that, yes.
Still clean. We've got 4 of them.
Oh, and Sociopath got hampered as well, so now they got caught up behind Sociopath. He's had to defend. And look at this with Ben, you're right.
Ugoni through the inside,
look at that with Ben and Ugoni, wow.
That's a really unconventional place for an overtake there, so...
Just a bit.
Yeah, not seen that one.
No, ever. At all. But was there as well, Saviour. Everybody wants a piece of the action. Those on the fresher tyres that have seen Ugoni get through on Ben, and they want to follow suit. Saviour is the man who's... Saviour got past Bobo. I think he has. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So, Saviour's taken Bobo, and that's on track, don't forget. That is 4th position. But Nick holding station at the front. Well, I tell you
Ugoni
boys,
just nearly went off on that corner, so turn 14, Ugoni nearly hit the outside wall there.
Oh,
just
really?
Bit of understeer, so
wow.
whether he's not quite up to the temperature on the tyres yet, but it looks like he might still get an overtake done here. Ooh, little bit of contact.
Because I had Freddie go around Nick out the final corner into turn 1. Oh, there's contact with Nick and GTS. Little squeeze. Well, yeah. Nick just holds on, got his elbows out big time. James had to back out of it. GTS there, he's got Ant for company, who's also got Ugoni there, ever present. This is incredible.
Everyone's getting
already.
the overtakes done before the overtaking zone. No one's overtaken here.
No one's overtaken here before. Let's give it a go. And it works. Look at this now. That's his GTS right on the outside. And Nick, they're side by side. We've seen them overtake. What a move. And that's hampered Nick. So Ant's looking at the 3 and Preston going.
Oh my God.
Oh! I don't think Nick's on, to be honest, because I think he had the DRS. So Nick's more concentrated with Ant, gives space, as Ant always does. He's got it, but now look at Ugoni, and Ben's having a go as well. Oh, sideways from Nick. There's a Ferrari on the inside. No, there isn't. Oh, my goodness me. What's happened further back? There's a lot of
penalty.
Ooh, sociopath. What happened?
Collision with Armour. Where is Armour? 17th.
Yeah, but that's Airways as well, was maybe caught up in something.
Yeah.
He's had to pit with Airways, hopefully not too much the damage. Well, I don't know if someone went sideways, not sure, because Sociopath didn't pit, of course, did he? He was in the mixer there. I've just seen somebody sliding. Who was it? Oh, there's big collision! Big collision! Bobo's involved, Nick's involved! Saviour's involved as well. It's Saviour and Nick, both the Haas. I have no clue what caused it, what happened. They were all battling, the end plate missing for Saviour. Bobo, no wing damage. Willow finds himself in 5th.
So yeah, Ugoni, I think, is in the net lead of the race here, with Willow 2 seconds behind, Bobo just behind. So that, I think that's the lead pack. Yep. And then Saviour, Chris Bailey, Lopi are not far off. They're just in a train just behind. So
I'm trying to see who may have got involved in any of the what happened there, because Chris doesn't have damage, but we've got Wayne's got himself back up now into 12th. I'm just seeing if anybody's got damage. Oh, Baby Hornet's in his car. Carl's in 14th. But I think it's all down from Armour, who might just got caught up and everything, but he seems okay. No damage to him. Sociopath okay as well, even though he's got that penalty. Nick, yeah, he's had to pit.
Ugoni,
go for it, yep.
10th behind Drag King.
Yeah, got the move done on Ant, didn't he? We missed that one, but yeah, he's now pushing. Those hard tyres will be feeling
just run
very
wide
nice.
as well, yeah. So Ugoni getting held up a little bit here with the older tyres in front of him. Just another note as well, Rassam, he was last, wasn't he, after, was it lap 1 or 2? He's now 10th.
Yeah, oh yeah, true, yeah, good spot. Yeah, very good spot. Yeah, so he got caught up in a battle. Willow and Ant. Willow, fresh tyres, gets the move done. So those medium tyres starting to struggle a little bit, you would think now, even with the safety car for a couple of laps, that will still be hurting. I just won't have the overall pace. We've got Chris and Saviour battling once more, because we've not seen that over our 19 seasons in MRC. As Mr. Mon would say, a tale as old as time. And it certainly is, because look at this though, these top 6. Mix of tyres, mix of strategies, and they're all nose to tail.
Yeah, I would assume Ugoni's about to go for the move into turn 1, so they've both got DRS though, so he's not going to have... Drag King must have 0 wings or something, because it's just... That was... Yeah. With the old tyres...
Yeah.
Elway's fastest lap.
Ugoni got a lot better drive from the final corner, but yeah, you're right, GTS
tight.
Making it with tell you what. This is so close, and all respectful as well, but at the same time, GTS is defending, but has the overspeed with the DRS to attack Freddie. So this could go any which way. Bobo's in the fight. Saviour can't do anything with his wing damage, so he's now got a train of Chris, Rassam, Wayne, Lato as well. Don't forget Lato, qualifying ban, up to 11th. sloppy. Bobo's got through one and had a little moment at the exit of the first sector.
They're both catching pretty, so Drag King's through.
He is. What about Ugoni? What can Ugoni do now? He got a good run through 12. He's going to have the DRS. It's pretty going to go to the inside. I think he did. But what about Ugoni? Is he going to have the room and the speed? Yes, he does.
He's done well to get that one down.
Willow, look at Willow. Watch him move through Willow.
Wow.
The drive, Willow. God,
He just does it when he wants.
He really is. Freddy now pits. He's had enough of those minions. Oh, as GTS gets very snaky at the final corner as well. That's going to leave him really under pressure from Damiano. Through turn 1. Doesn't make the move this time round. Should we ride on board with the Williams? I think we should.
Is he going to make a move? Willow's coming through.
Oh, he's having a look. But also on the inside, is Ugoni close enough? Just space, just give him a where is the... Oh, he's not there. Just had to hold it. Oh my goodness.
Bobo's just on their tail as well. At some point, Bobo's overtaken Ant. Because I didn't see him. So he's joined that battle as well, the front 4. Obviously, Drag King is on borrowed time here. I would imagine this is going to be tough for Drag King.
It is, because Ugoni's gone to one side. This is scary. We've got 3 abreast, boys. Please play good. And Bobo's there as well. Bobo's taken 2 of them. Bobo's taken 2. He followed Ugoni, took 2. Willow gets the tag slapper. I need words with Connor Hardy because he put us on these commentary and I can't cope. Look at Willow and Bobo fighting as well. Willow's got through with Bobo.
Did leave enough room as well there with such a I don't know, just a quick move, just off the cuff, and then nice and safe still. Really good to watch that.
It was, wasn't it? Absolute full.
So they all made it through that. I was just about to go and look for whoever spun or whoever got damaged, but yeah, that was everything's okay. Nobody
Ben's in 16th. What happened to Ben? Did we miss something with Ben? I'm not sure.
He must have got caught up in that incident, I think, earlier. Maybe it was him who took the worst of it, unless he's taken a tumble recently.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. I'm not sure what happened, because he was getting up there, wasn't he? In all of this action, Saviour's closed 2 seconds and is now bringing Chris, Rasamwe and Lato for company. GTS struggling. His tyres are gone and is giving him pressure. And as you said, borrowed time. I think his time has ticked. Oh,
Willow about to make a move. Is he on Ugoni? He's just thought better of it through the chicane, but he's going to get DRS again.
Is he going to have a move? But this isn't the main point. He attacks out of 13 into 40. He attacks out of here. And the drive that he seems to get, I've never seen overtakes like this before. Not that much. I think I actually made one move and that was just by pure chance, but that was just luck. That was not planned. And now it's through on GTS and is trying to make the most of his very worn medium tyres. Maybe trying the one-stop strategy, same with GTS as well. I'm interested to see what Saviour then can do about GTS with, of course, his wing damage. There it is, front wing missing, but he seems to have enough pace. He's holding Chris at bay. I wonder if the top 3 can just calm it down for a lap or 2 so you and I can just get our heart rates down a little bit more.
Yeah, can you take the hards to the end from here? What I'm thinking, 15 plus 9, 24.
Minus 3 under safety car, 21. It's doable. I took them from lap 12 to the end, so 17. It's technically 18 laps, but I tell you what, Bobo had a little look. I think it's doable. It'll be hard work, I think, but the can sociopaths out. Where is that? Oh, it's exit of the first sector. That is the exit of turn 7. But no safety car, no VSC at this point. The car's been cleared away, so I mean that would have been dream for Ant and GTS to have any kind of virtual safety car there at that point. The top 3 all being well behaved and is dropping time. But keeping GTS at bay, and now pits, and so does GTS. That's now released Saviour. So see what underlying pace he's got with Chris as well.
Interesting that Willow is just sticking within that 2/10 range, not really making a forward move. He couldn't be any closer.
Yeah, coming into turn 3 there, he kind of, I don't know if he tapped the back, but it was very close to. And this is one where you're following this closely, you can save your ERS battery quite well as well.
Yeah, maybe he's just planning to pounce. He's got a good run here. Yeah, here comes the move.
It is, yeah, well on the outside. Yeah, he's planned that for a few laps now. But can Bobo follow suit? He can't. So Johannes has to stay there as Willow's through.
Chris Bailey and Xavier still neck and neck through there. Elwayne seems to have joined them. So I think Elwayne must have genuinely more pace than the two of them, because obviously he's come from the back.
Yeah, yeah, he had the spin, didn't he? Yeah, of course, yeah, he had that spin, didn't he? Of course. So I think he'll be relieved, I think, at this point for the spin that he added, of course. Part of that with Sarge, unfortunately, was caught up in it. That caused the safety car. So I think Wayne will be happy, I think. He'd be unhappy that he had to compromise the strategy, of course, but a lot of people have got there, we see, are with him on that strategy. But I think he'd be happy enough to be back there in 6th, I think.
Well, if he can get the 2 cars ahead of him, that'll be a P4. And they're within touching distance now, and he maybe is not thinking about making a move into turn 4.
I think Xavier's running very low wings. You know, you were talking about this earlier with GTS. Because you think, you know, Xavier's got clean air. They're dropping so much time to the top 3 now. Over 7 seconds is the gap. And that is very tough
when you get onto this
catch.
straight here, if you have got the lower wings, it's kind of impossible for them to do anything from behind. Yeah,
we're going to ride on board Chris. I think he's going to have a go. Ben's got 3-second penalty. I think Chris has had enough of it. He may have heard us in the background. He's now trying to go around the outside, and now Chris gets the move done. And he is through. But I tell you what, Wayne's having a little look at Xavier as well. Wayne's through as well.
Time for Xavier to box, maybe.
It is, because Lato's now taking advantage, and Rassam's there for company too. So Xavier, 3 positions within 3 corners, and the Hards will be alright, I think, at 11 laps in. They should be okay, but you know, Xavier is pitting, and so is Rassam, which you would expect, to be fair with Rassam. Being a Horn, unfortunately, 3-second penalty. He's there in 16th, just ahead of his teammate.
Just seems to be a bit of a pattern with Xavier, where the rear tyres don't last. So I don't know whether it's a setup thing, but I can't remember what track it was, but he was just unable to drive the rear tyres at some point. They just seem to wear. I don't know whether it's setup or something that he's doing, but yeah, they've fallen off a cliff there.
That's an interesting fact. I did not know that. He's gone for the mediums. Yep, 12 laps at the end, so they will do that. So is Ben now struggling there in 17th. Tough race for Ben this evening. An unusual outing for him. Down to 17th.
So Goni and Bobo still right on the tail of Willow here, so he's going to have to work hard to keep the lead. Goni's actually gaining on him in certain sections.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who then saves battery who, but as Wayne now uses the DRS to get through on Chris, and you said he might have had some underlying pace, but even that battle there through Xavier, they lost another 2 seconds to the top 3, so yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see what Wayne can do. As Bobo pits.
Goni's hit a wall.
Really?
He's okay, but he hit the last turn on the left-hand side pretty hard there. So yeah, time for Ugoni and Willow to decide, you know, do you commit to the one stop? What's the tyre wear at for them now?
Yeah.
Are they going to be able to clear the traffic? Kind of mind's on overtime here when you're out on track thinking,
yeah,
you've got to pull the trigger or...
Yeah, they're going to have to try to look at the map if they can. But Bobo's come out in 8th behind Loppy and Armour. So Bobo, he came out ahead of Freddy, so those two should come out around that same gap. That's not the worst place, I think, for them to be. Because they'll have a little bit of clean air. It depends how quickly Bobo then catches that Armour Red Loppy. And then trusting that those, as you say, is it going to be a one-stop for some of those ahead? Or are they going to have to...
Because there's a train ahead, isn't there? Bailey, so we've got Chris Bailey, yep. Lato, well, Elwayne's part of that as well. He's leading the train, so you've got 3 cars at least that would be difficult to pass. You've got Armour and Lopia together, so it just makes it a little more difficult if they are going to... Oh, he's boxing. Willow's in. Ugoni's staying out.
Yeah.
So head down for Ugoni now.
But I think, yeah, you're right with this. They've still got 11 laps to go. 25 laps on the tyres. It'll be 23, like I said, roughly because of the safety car. That's still a lot for the hards. They'll do it, but they won't feel good. It's the time difference now. The track delta difference gonna play a part.
Yeah, it's so hard to tell, isn't it? And you just don't know what's going to happen on the way through. So I don't know, with Ugoni it may be worth the gamble staying out, but for sure he would know better than me.
Armour's pitted as well, so that's helped the Bobo part. Willow's come out ahead of Loppy, so that's crucial because look who's behind Loppy, it's Bobo. And that's massive for Willow to get through there, get the heat into his tyres and he can push on now towards the end. And they will be fine, they will be nice, those tyres. There's Bobo through already, even before the DRS. Once again, talk about unconventional overtakes. And there's another one. So the gap to the leader, Willow, is 16.5 seconds. It's about 18 for a pit stop. So Ugoni's on the verge with Lopi. Will come out in third if he decides
about
to
a second and a half a lap.
And he's pitted.
Think,
he's pitted.
Yeah.
So he's responded. Willow's coming in to turn 14. So it depends on what is going to happen with Loppy. Loppy is going to be the one here, especially with Ant, who's done a few. Oh, Loppy pits. Okay, well that's out. Ugoni's gone for mediums. Oh, he's done a U strategy. He's gone for mediums. So, he's going to be quick.
Yeah, he's only got 9 laps to go on those, so if he can...
That'll be fine.
Yeah,
what did you do on them towards the end, out of curiosity?
Yeah, about the same. 9.
Yeah. Oh, Slaviot said he didn't like Ugoni pitting. I'm surprised, yeah, I think he could have done that one stop, but he's going to have those fresh tyres, and James, you are the man to give us a bit of insight on how that's going to feel with these remaining 9 laps.
They feel rapid for about 4 or 5, and then, but what I noticed was they weren't really gaining on the hards until maybe lap 26, 27, when the hards kind of fell off if they were still from the 1 stop. So yeah, I don't know there's much of a crossover really, because I think I started on the hards. Ooh, we've got a nice move actually there from, was it Willow on Lato? I just didn't even see him coming through and just appeared out of nowhere.
As Wayne's gone very wide through 14. That's going to allow Chris to close up now. Who's going to pit out of these guys? None of them actually pit as well. So Chris has got Willow for company. Willow just got the drive for the final corner. Helicopter cam giving us a great shot. Chris had the DRS open, didn't fight it, knew it was coming, just sitting his race. It's a 1 stop for Chris. I wonder if Lato and Wayne are going to do the same as well, because they could still be in really good place. But to be fair, Bobo and well, speaking of Bobo, there he is. He's going around the outside of Lato, and he does now make that move. Bobo and Chris. Now there's a good battle that we've seen many times as well. But they also Ant's up there as well. He's only done 6 laps on his tyres. So wow,
just made a move on the straight there, just into the grass, no fear.
Oh, Lato 3 seconds went wide through turn 5, easily done. And that's up the door. And but I tell you what, Bobo's having a look at Chris. Chris probably again not battling it. Willow's made a move on Wayne as well with the DRS, so it's all happening once again. Well, we've had about 4 laps of calm, didn't we?
Yeah, with Wayne, is he perhaps commit? If he doesn't go in this lap, I think he's going to stay out.
Yeah, it's a good call, that one. It is a good call. Oh, it's
Bobo sideways.
Yeah,
that's going to put Ugoni right behind him.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah. And to be fair, medium tyres, they'll be warm. I mean, I know the hards, he's done 3 laps on them, but this is where the grip's going to come in, isn't it, now, especially?
They're really
it's
not that much of a tyre advantage early on, I found, on because I found it fine running on the hards against the mediums. It was, and the same the other way around, it just didn't really feel like there was much difference between the 2 tyres. He's got a clear Wayne tidy here, that was, was nice.
Yeah, he certainly did. Got through, had to, with Bobo. 2 seconds off the back of Willow, and now it's at the top 3. Back being the top 3, a bit of a gap now. So, what's Willow got in the tank? Has he got what it takes to hold two incredibly fast drivers at Ben. We'll wait and see. Wayne, Chris, Lato holding on. Ant is there as well. So we've got the two Kicks Albers. I'm not going to call them what I'd normally call them. But there we look at that, and just the grip. The difference of the grip, the tyres that he had. Gets through. I'd imagine Chris probably won't hold up his teammate and he'd play the team game. But Ugoni's got through on Bobo as well. So what can the medium tyres do? 7 laps to go. And it's been a lot of action even from the word go.
Yeah, Saviour with the medium tyres on since he's
Wayne's pitted.
Doesn't
Wayne
seem...
pits.
Yeah.
Chris stays out. I expected that, to be fair.
He's going to go for softs maybe, because obviously it was wet qualifying. It's a little bit late perhaps to be pitting for the... No, he's putting mediums on.
Oh, is he? Okay. Yeah, I mean, probably safer option. I had it understanding that the softs would go about 5 laps maybe, but be terrible. I don't know. I didn't run
it does look a bit squirrely on the setup actually with Elwain, so maybe it's better to be on the mediums. You'll probably get most of the use out of them anyway. Seems a very aggressive setup.
Yeah, well, he's come out in
Rassam
13th.
9th now.
How close, everybody is sorry, but since the safety car, how close the gaps haven't really opened up. And Wayne pitted, and he's now behind Ben. Yes, okay, fresh tyres. Ben's got 6 seconds of penalties, which we'll have a quick look at now. There it is. As Nick now joins the 6-second club. Lato with 3 seconds. He's got a gap to GTS. GTS there holding firm, still battling with Fruity. So that's still close. Rassam dropped off the back. Saviour finds himself in 10th. After his, we had to change the wing, so a second pit stop went a bit longer than he would have liked. Lenarma in 11th. Elwain has now got through on Ben with those fresh tyres, but you'd think, you know, Wayne, could he have kept the tyres going, do you think?
It's a tough one, isn't it? And then the chance of you making a mistake when you feel the tyres are going away from you and you start seeing that they're going up to sort of 60, 70 or 80% or whatever, and you're thinking, how far can I get away with putting myself in a difficult position with cars behind me overtaking before I end up losing a wing or going off track. So yeah, sometimes rather than gambling, can be better just to play it safe. He's got a couple of cars. I don't think the cars that are ahead of him are within any sort of DRS train, so as long as he can just set a pace, he'll probably get 1, 2, 3. He could be looking at 8th or 9th.
Yeah, possibly. Bobo and Ugoni
because he's been quick.
Yeah, he will be quick, you're right. Yeah, true, and he has been all race. Lato and Chris having a battle with the DRS as well. There were 19 lap hard tyres. They are definitely going to the end, getting a bit squirrely for Chris.
Bobo's passed Ugoni.
Yeah, he did. And this is just costing them time. They haven't closed anything. Actually, the gap's actually extended to Willow. So Willow...
He's comfortable now.
He is, isn't he? Yeah, absolutely. Airways has put the soft tyres on in 18th. Difficult race for him, unfortunately. Got caught up in, I think it was a sociopath battle earlier on. So a tough one for Steve. Armour's closed in on Saviour at this point, so but Wayne's closed on both, and Ben's had to pit again, so won't be any points, unfortunately, for Ben this evening. That's sad to see, I'll be honest with you, because Ben, obviously, we know how quick Benny is. He's a ridiculously fast driver, isn't he? And just a shame to see him now reserving and just having one of those races, and it happens to the best.
Yeah, did he didn't set a qualifying lap, did
he? No, he didn't, no.
Yeah, I think he probably just got caught up in a couple of battles, and that can happen when you've got traffic to clear.
Yeah.
It just makes everything difficult. You've got Arma, I think, is going to, maybe not straight away, but he's making progress on Saviour here. He's not quite in range, but he's got 4 laps to work. But obviously you've got Elwain joining the party soon as well. He's going to be looking for, well, yeah, if he can get the 2 of those, that'll be 10.
Yeah, maybe.
And he's got the freshest tyres.
Yeah, I think maybe Rassam, by the time you can just get through, would only have 3 laps at the end of this one to race. But then I think Rassam just too far down the road, and it is a great result for Rassam. Great from Friddy and Lewis as well. So that's really strong racing for them. Chris is behind Lato at this point. Those two kind of holding on, but they have got 10 lap fresher tyres behind them in Lewis, and GTS is on the way. So it's going to be interesting to see what those two can do, trying to hold off. Lato with the penalty as well, so Chris would have been okay sitting behind him. But if it's now costing him time, it's going to really struggle, and may have made a mistake somewhere. He was a lot closer.
Ugoni's
He made another
back
big
ahead
mistake.
of Bobo. Bobo's just going back through on the straight, so they're exchanging places sort of lap on lap here.
Yeah, this is going to be a fight for second, is it? Because they've now dropped another second to Willow, and Willow's going to love seeing those two swap positions and that gap opening up. Yeah, and made a big mistake coming out of turn 6 and through 7, so he went very, very wide indeed. He's his tyres, I think, he's just going to make it to the end, but it's a great result, 4th. Let's go back to the position changes. He's up 10, well, but Willow's up 15 places. He didn't set a lap time. And up 10. Lato up 15 places as well. Big, big winners.
Drag King is just coming up to Chris Bailey and JJ Lato. He's on 10 lap newer tyres. So we've got a train here with the car at the back being pretty overpowered compared to what's ahead of him. I'd imagine there's some
yellow flag, sector 3. Who was that? Is that Armour? It is Armour. Oh, Steve gone round from the final corner. He's done a 2-stop as well. Oh, struggling with the tyres there to keep them in the straight line. Hopefully he hasn't got damage. I'm trying to find a decent... oh, he's lost a wing. Oh, Steve. It would have been good points as well. As now Ben just decides he's just going to go and set... He's done that in the race. I only managed that in qualifying.
I think Drag King about to make a move into turn 9 on Chris Bailey.
Yeah, Chris has got the DRS though, so he's not going to make this one easy. Just pushing on. There's Armour just struggling to get back now. And I'm just looking at the 1-stop, 2-stops. GTS also has done
got 3 seconds.
Ooh, that's going to change things with his battle with Friddy. But GTS want to move on the inside. Did he get the gas?
Yeah, can't keep the car moving. He had to stop to keep it on track.
Yeah, he did. So Chris get the switchback, saw it happening. So yeah, they've all done the 1-stop, but GTS held it, didn't he? He just kept it out late. Really round. Yeah. But this is allowing Rassam. I know he's got that penalty now. Where is the penalty? So there it is. It kind of Wayne may still get that place from Rassam. It could be a top 9 for Wayne if he continues at this pace for that 3 seconds. It's about 3.5 at the moment. But that gap will come down very quickly. 5 seconds now. The gap at the front. Willow. 5 seconds to Bobo Ogoni. Maybe just saving some battery for a final lap onslaught. And the battle for 5th isn't over yet either. And is nailed on for 4th, which is an incredible result. I think you'd be very happy with that. Chris as well. Difficult qualifying. Wayne's got 3 seconds. That changes a lot because he's battling there with Rassam and Friddy. And Xavier's only 1.6 behind.
11th, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, that's close. Sorry. With GTS and Chris. So this is 3 seconds. Oh, Chris, that's going to hurt him massively.
That's through.
He is. I tell you who's going to benefit potentially out of this, Friddy. He could gain a couple of places here, right at the end, because Lato's leading this train. Yeah, also with 3 seconds. But it's the final lap. And our leader, where is our leader? There he is, coming into turn 3. Once he got through, he's just commanded it, hasn't he, Willow? He made something absolutely insane overtakes.
Yeah, they're just surprising ones, aren't they? You can't really do anything about it because he just appears in front of you. The teleportation device works every time.
Absolutely, yeah. Doctor Who in the making.
I thought ghosting was off.
Yeah, absolutely. GTS has now got through on Lato as well, but I'm going to watch this one because we're going final time with the DRS, the double DRS. Has he got it in the tank to challenge for second? Has he got it?
Looks like he's just too far away, is he? But he's going to get another... If he can get a nice exit out of here, he'll get a big cut.
Oh, and he got 3 seconds! That's done. That's over.
What's the gap behind? He'll be alright.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
But the man coming through the final 2 corners Willow, what a race he has had. Didn't qualify, or if he did, he was farther back, and what a race he has had. Made the strategy work for him, and what a race. He is going to take it ahead of our reigning Tier 1 champion. Bobo takes second, Ugoni comes across the line in third, and what a race as well. Difficult qualifying for Ant, and he's going to come across in fourth. I'm sure he'll be over the moon with that one now. Then GTS, he's made that one stop work.
Done in the end, yeah.
He has, hasn't he? Made it count last couple of laps, and that is going to make him in fifth. Now then, let's just wait to see how it all plays out. Friddy takes sixth, ahead of Lato, Saviour in eighth, Chris in ninth, Rassam 10th, Wayne, unfortunate for him, in 11th. Loppy's going to come across the line in 12th. Ben's going to come across 13th. There will be points in the end for Ben. Nick, a heartbreak for Nick because he was having such a great race to start with. Big accident he was caught up in. Haven't seen what happened. We may see it in the stewards afterwards, but it might be a tough one for the stewards this evening. But he will come across in 14th. Bit actually comes across 14th after the penalty. So Carl, Tier 2 driver, takes 14th. Ahead of Nick. Baby Hornet in 16th, unfortunately out of the points for him, and then Armour taking the place from Airways 17th, 18th. What a race that was!
Yeah, mental.
Just say the least. I'm exhausted. I'm not going to lie. Never mind. You said you had a hard race. I don't know how some of these guys felt.
Yeah, some of those overtakes are just, they're bonkers. There's nowhere to put your car, so there wasn't as many incidents as there should have been with the amount of overtakes that were happening, especially when you look at some of these grid positions to where they finished. It's a lot of work that some of these drivers have got through.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll skip the podium real quick. The race winner is Willow, who was very happy in the Discord, I can say. Fastest lap to Ben. Driver of the day goes to Willow, Wayne, and then the cleanest driver for Armour. So here are the provisional standings before any stewards' inquiries. Willow from 16th on the grid takes the win. Bobo in second with Ugoni rounding out the podium. And from 14th takes fourth. GTS in 5th. Friddy in 6th. Lato, qualifying ban, takes 7th. So great race from him. Saviour in 8th, Chris Bailey 9th, and Rassam in 10th. Then Wayne in 11th, Loppy 12th, Ben in 13th, Carl Bit in 14th, 15th for Nick, then Baby Hornet, Armour, Airways, Sociopath and Sarge, unfortunately, did not finish. Well, my friend, do you have a driver of the day?
I think I'm going to go for Ant on this one because he's, what was it, 14th, was it, to 4th, and to be able to put it just behind those cars in front that are just travelling at warp speed. He's done well there, and from what I understand, he's done it on about 2 hours sleep, so yeah, yes. Great performance for the zombie man.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, he did actually mention that earlier. Yeah, he reserved in Tier 2 and was yawning most of the way through it because he was that tired. So that's actually, very good point, actually. Yeah, full credit to Ant. I'm going to split the decision, as we generally do. And I don't like to go always with a race winner. But
I particularly have avoided it, so yeah. Willow, of course. That was mental.
I mean, also, Ant did that on a 1-stop. Willow did it with the 2-stop. But the overtakes that he was making, as you say, just appeared in very unconventional places after these overtakes he made this evening. It was magic. That is the best term, absolutely. I fully agree with you. And yeah, that was
Lato as well, incredible. Special mention, I'd say. Yep. He started last, has come 7th.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Lato definitely deserves mention as well. So yeah, some incredible drives. Chris, just I think that time penalty cost him quite a lot in the end as well. So he came from quite a way back, and GTS as well. So yeah, some incredible overtakes, some incredible drives this evening. Ladies and gents, that is not your Australia action done with for the week. It is for tonight, because we all need to lie down, I think, after that one. But Wednesday we'll be here for Tier 3 and Tier 4 action. Then Thursday evening the Tier 0 boys will be around the Albert Park circuit. So don't miss that. But for now, James, it's been an absolute pleasure as all, my friend.
Yeah, great racing and enjoyed commentating on that one. And good day for now. I don't even know how to say bye in Aussie, but good day for now.
We'll take it. I'll take it. But yeah, absolute pleasure, mate. Thank you so much. And thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, like button, and ring the bell if you're not already following us. But for now, we will see you very, very soon. Good night.